Hello there people, this is Prince from Evocus and let's continue our Flutter form series. In today's video we are going to write unit test for our form validators. So before writing the test, let us get clear on what is unit test. Okay, so let us go to the documentation of Flutter. Now unit tests are handy for verifying the behavior of a single function, method or a class. Okay, so function is the function that we have written individually. Methods are basically the functions that are inside a class, okay, or a class. So unit test is used to check our business logic and if the business logic is correct or not. Okay, so for that we have two packages, Flutter test and a test package. So in this video we are going to use Flutter test package only because this provides all the functionalities that we need to run our tests. Okay, and you don't have to install anything because it is pre-installed in your dev dependencies. Okay, so let's go to the test folder here, and as you can see there is a widget test.dart file. So what this file indicates, this is basically a widget test, it is not a unit test. In Flutter there are three types of tests that one can perform. If you go to the testing and debugging and the testing, so you can see that there are three types of test in Flutter: a unit test, a widget test and a integration test for complete app or large part of an app. So we are going to perform unit tests on a function, method or a class. So right now we are having our email validator function and password validator function. So we are going to perform unit test on those two. Okay, now let's go ahead and create a new file here inside the test folder. I will name it email validator test.dart. Now inside this we are going to create a main method, and inside the main method we are going to write our tests. Now how do we know what we will write inside our main method that will perform the test? So for that we are going to refer the official documentation of Flutter. So once again we are on flutter.dev, and here if you go to the fourth step, writing a test for our class, there you can see that inside the main method we have a test function and we have a expect function. Okay, so now how we are going to write it for our test, let me show you that. So first of all I will import the test function, and that will be from Flutter test package. Okay, and then I will give a name to my test. So this will be test empty email. Okay, and then as a second argument I will pass a callback. So now inside this callback we will perform our test. So what we will do is we will take a variable result, and that will contain the output of email validator. Let me import it from utilities, and right now we are testing it for empty email, so we'll pass a empty string here. Remember our email validator takes a string value, so I will pass a empty string here. Now what do we expect inside result. Okay, so let's go to our email validator function, and as you can see, if the value is empty, then we will return required. So inside this we should get required as a result. So here I can call the expect function. Inside actual I will pass result, because that is our actual result that will be coming up. And inside matcher, what we'll do, we'll pass what we are expecting. Okay, so this is it for the empty email part. Let's run this. If you are on Android Studio or IntelliJ, then you will get this option of running from here. Otherwise you will have to type command. I will show you that in a minute. Now as you can see, our test has been passed. Okay, so 1 out of 1 test is passed in 60 milliseconds. Now let me run the same thing from terminal. So if you are not using Android Studio or IntelliJ, you will have to use terminal. So for that you will simply write flutter test, and you will give the path of the file you want to test. So it is performing the test, and see, all tests have been passed. So this is how you do it from terminal. Right now we have written a test for empty email. Now let's write a test for invalid email. So for that I will create another method, and its description will be invalid email, and we'll call our callback. Inside this we'll again create a new result, and for email validator function we'll pass something which is not an email. Now expect, what we are going to expect in actual, it will be result, and in matcher what we will expect is enter a valid email. Let's run this test. Now as you can see, our test has been passed. Similarly we can write similar test for password also. We can write a test for valid email, because we have to check if the email is valid or not. We have to keep in mind that condition also. For valid email, again we are going to, we'll just copy paste this, and we'll pass a valid email here, a@b.com, and instead of this what we'll receive is null. Okay, so let's run this test also. So this test is also passed. That means our email validator function is working fine. It will work fine in every use case. Okay, so this is how we write tests for email validator. Let's write a similar thing for password validator also. I will quickly type all these things so you don't have to wait. Instead of email validator, we will use password validator. Empty password, invalid password, and a valid password. Now inside a invalid password, we had more than one use case. One was for short of length password and another was for missing characters. So let's create a case for short of length password first. Invalid password, short of length, and here what I will do is I will replace it with the string that we expect. Now we'll write another test case for invalid password, missing characters. And here we will return this string if the regex is not matched. And let me increase the length of this string that we are going to test. A valid password contains a letter, should be greater than 6 length, and it should also contain a number. So let's run this main method. It will start our testing and it will test all these tests one by one. So see, all tests have been passed. Password validator dot empty password is passed, invalid password short of length is passed, invalid password missing characters is passed, and a valid password is also passed. So this is how you write unit tests in Flutter for your business logic. Remember, unit tests are always for business logic. Now writing all these tests separately is a bit annoying and our code is not clean. So what I'm going to do is, let's refactor our code a little bit. So inside of test, I'm going to create a package, utilities, and inside utilities I'm going to create a file which will be form validator test.dart. We are keeping the same structure that we have used in our lib folder. Okay, so inside form validator.test we are going to copy our email and password validator file. So let me copy the email validator first. And below this I will copy paste the tests for password. Now we can delete email validator.dart and password validator.dart. Great. So now we have tests for email and tests for password. Now since all these test cases are for password, we can group them and create a group for password test, and similarly we can do it for email also. So for that, once again we are going to refer the official documentation, and you can see the fifth point, combine multiple tests in a group. So here we have created a group. So and inside the group there are multiple tests. Okay, so let's go ahead and do something similar for our email and password validators. I will copy all the tests of email, and then I will create a new group, and that is for email validation, email text field validation, and inside our group callback we'll create our tests. So a similar thing we can do for password. We'll copy all this code and then create a new group for password, password text field validation, and inside our group callback we will create our tests. So now we have a common file for all the validators, form validators. Let's run this main method and see our tests. So see, it has created two groups, one for password and one for email, and inside the email there are 3 tests, and inside the password there are 4 tests. So this is it for the Flutter form series. We have seen how to validate our form using the text form field password controller manually, and then we used a form widget to auto validate the whole form. It can contain any number of text form fields here. It's just email and password in this one. You can have any number of text form fields for registration UI or for user details or anything else that you want to have. And then we wrote unit tests for our business logic of email validator and password validator. If you like the video, then do subscribe to our channel and share our videos so that we keep coming up with another awesome videos. Thank you.